Hi there, this is Chris Cartaya. No, I'm not going to go crazy with a butter knife. I have something today. I have something that somebody mailed me today that's just going to make you happy because I'm going to do a full review on it and everything. My friend James Price from FFW sent me, yes, that's right. I haven't done an update in a while because there hasn't been nothing to update about. And I tried to order an NP twice from Walmart and it's been refunded. And every time they say it's in stock, it's not in stock. And I finally just frustrated. Like, okay, well, I got a Mauser fire, I got all that stuff. I don't really need an MP. I got a prophecy, I don't need an MP. But friends of mine trying to encourage me to mod and develop some really good products and some good stuff and some good things for other people. So I decided, okay, sure, you want to send me an AP? I'll go for it. So this is an Aeon Pro. Let's open this sucker up here. Got it from Walmart. And he sent it to me, so let's check her out. Ho ho ho. You open it up, this is what you get. Wow. Oh wowee. This is really cool. Alright, so again, not trying to hack anybody up with a butter knife. Don't feel threatened. Trust me. I just like to open this up with a butter knife. Let's get this baby out of the package here. Yeah. So at any rate, how y'all doing? I have been, this pandemic just kills me because I've lost two main things I love in life, and that's Disney and playing games and wars. Voila. So just as simple as that, I'm able to liberate the blaster. I got a muzzle brake and everything on there, but let's take a look at this for a bit. Oh. Okay. It's pretty cool. It's got a mag well. Nice little copy of the Katana mag that they made their way, but okay, I'm cool with that. And it even has my snaps on it. Look at that shit. Oh, well, not my snaps. Actually, this was Aaron Go's little idea. But you know, yeah, it's pretty much a copy of a Katana mag right there. Except it's more solid because they made it closed, which of course was a good idea. And then let's throw a pack D through it, see what we get. Ah, we don't drop it everywhere. Yeah. That's a lot of action. Oh, it's on safety. Woo, that's pretty good out of the box. Whoa, did you see that? Boom. So, you can get this from Walmart, 25 bucks. As a matter of fact, I was too lazy to get it myself, so my friend got it for me. And yeah. Wow. Feel that play though. Gee. So it doesn't really lock up. You have to make sure it's all the way forward. The other thing is, it's a nice chunky grip, but these two little standoffs, well, they can use to be wider. You see how this hand kind of goes around it like so? You're actually better off making that wider. So the first thing I would do on this thing is I'd probably put two little standoffs on here just to make that grip wider, because if you did, you'd probably have a much more positive feel. They say the prime is really heavy on this, but of course for me, who's used to priming beasts like this that are the victim of Rubik's Cubes everywhere, Rubik's Cubes now, ever since I've put up those videos, like, run, oh shit, Chris has got a bird of prey. Well, that's 18K. This doesn't feel anything that bad. Oh, you can't deprime it. So of course you have to, yeah. Oh, it's got pretty good seal to it. That's pretty good. Pretty awesome. Yeah, thank you, James. I appreciate you saying this to me. And I will get some mods, and we'll see if we can give you first dibs on everything I mod, because I have needed that motivation in life lately. With everything gone, and without me being able to go out and play and everything like that, it's been tough. It's been really tough. But it is quite big, I'm noticing. Okay, let's break out, like, let's say a Heath Pants pigeon. An MHP pigeon, for example. Crap, it's even bigger than a pigeon. Whew. Wow. Let's say a Rapid Red. That's pretty big. Look at this Rapid Red, and look at that. That's pretty big, okay? And then you look at Bird of Prey, which is usual primary. Well, the barrel's longer, but on this barrel's not going to be short for long. Me modding it, of course. Yeah. And then, of course, let's compare it to an 18 kilogram Kronos with speed hooks. Wow. So this makes me question right off the bat, what can I do with this thing? What can I do with this? Let's take it outside first, and then I'll come back with some other thoughts. So I decided to take this out before I lost my daylight, and give this a little bit of a test fire. So here it is. Here's the AP right here. Oh, I gotta fire it. Let's see how this thing goes. Damn safety. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice straight out of the barrel. Now I'd like to deprime this, and what I notice about this is a lot like a Katana mag barrel. So I take this out, and what I notice is it's a lot like a Katana mag. Huh. How much like a Katana mag? Except more solid. Spring goes inside of it like it should have. Exactly like a Katana mag. Yeah, it even fits in my tight tolerance Mauser fire. Look at that. Which has about the same amount of power, as you can see, and it goes pretty straight. But I can't do a review video on this without comparing it to a Mauser. Obvious reasons. It very much fits that role of a Mauser. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty straight, pretty accurate. The difference, however, being two things. One, this is bigger, but it's not a maxed out design. And two, the Mauser is smaller, but it is a maxed out design, which is kind of the same thing we're going to see with the Mark II Dart Zone Pro. Is yes, it's a smaller design, but it's maxed out. So here's a blaster, 16 kilograms. You can see it's smaller, it's lighter, it's everything, but it's maxed out. In other words, you know, at 16 kilograms, sure, I can pull 150 feet per second, no problem. And these darts are pretty cool. I'm going to have to get me a bunch of these. But to be honest, it's handy. It fits a sidearm roll. But this one, I think, can do much more of a roll than a sidearm. I think it could be more like a primary. So when you see people making parts for it, like FFW or Foamdemic or anybody else, there is a reason they're doing that. And that is to maximize the potential of this blaster. Now let's see what it does without the muzzle. Just out of curiosity. About the same. But out of the box, 150, this is really good. Yeah, I can hit that chair almost every time. Yeah, it's pretty damn great. You know, I don't mind bigger size, but I just know that with something this big and this much of a plunger tube, I know I could do something mean with this thing. And something I want to do that's mean is very secret, and very few people know what I'm going to do to this thing. But I'm going to do something mean to it. Which means mean to everybody else who's playing. Which means mean as in, oh gosh. So let's take a look at this adapter, shall we? Pretty much it's like a Katana adapter, except it can take a talent. It's got that second notch in there, and it's flat on the bottom and tall on the top. So it can take, yeah. You see that? So Dart Zone Pro has been paying a lot of attention to our community, I can tell. And they've been doing a lot of, obviously, their homework and their research and seeing what we want. You know, Dart Zone Pro and Adventure Force, pretty much the same company. And I can tell that it's like they take everything like this Katana and they make it just that much better. Ooh, I really like that. Look at that. I really like that size for the Mauser rather than the 15 rounder because, remember, the first Mauser fire was a 15 rounder. Yep, but going about the same, doing about the same thing. So you got Mauser fire type performance in a little bigger of a package, but available. Also, these magazines available. I can't wait to get a bunch of these magazines, man. I can't wait, because this is what I want a Katana to be. Solid, put in correctly. The spring actually is on the inside of the thing rather than Katana mag where it's just kind of resting on there. And even when they revised it, they still didn't revise this. Now, I can use a Katana mag just fine, but then again, I'm kind of an expert shooter. Most people can't, and that's the big problem. you know? So I think this is going to be a really cool blaster. This is great, especially with what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see already a lot of potential. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to do. You're just going to have to wait and see what kind of craziness I come up with. Now, I have to be honest, this pandemic has brought me down. And I mod for games. There's no games. It's like Ferrari not having their own racetrack. They have Finorano, where they test every single car that comes out. Every single one has miles on it from going around 3 laps of Finorano. Maybe it's 5 now, I'm not sure. And then going around Maranello, the town of Maranello, and doing the road test. So it's kind of like my process is research and design and everything else. And I'm just dismotivated without this thing. But you know what? Thank you, James. You really are bringing more motivation to my life. You're a good friend. I've PM'd you. I've talked to you. You're like really cool, you know. And while I'm online, I would like to give some awareness. One of my friends, Clowny Nerf, kind of sick right now, kind of needs a little bit of moral support. So when you see him on or he wants to talk to you, chat with him, you know, take your time and talk to him. I'm going to try to talk to him hopefully today, tomorrow. I was busy today and this came in the mail, but I took some time out to do this video. Now I got to edit it and everything else. But he's having problems getting around and everything else. You know, it's just hard. You get older, it gets tough. I mean, look at Coop772, and he's not even, 30 yet. and he's got health problems. Health problems can hit anybody. Even somebody young and really great player like Coop, like Frank Cooper, you know, or anybody, you know. And I've been following a lot of Drax reviews and everything else, and I really think the MK2 is a good blaster. But again, it's like this. It's maxed out. This is an awesome blaster. Small, light, everything, but it's maxed out. So if you really want to mod something to 200, 250, or maybe what I'm going to do, let's not quote numbers yet, but you really need the bigger blaster because you got the more plunger and you got more of a platform to mod on. You see what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice of size and potential performance. The same as a Mauser Fire or a Dart Zone Pro MK2 is. It's a compromise of flexibility and size and what you can do with it. But I will tell you in close, like what this blaster is right here, what it's meant to be in close quarters, it does exactly what I want it to do. I got rapid fire, and this is what I mean by the standoffs. They should fit around your hand. The way these guys did it, now, and I think improving those standoffs, as you see, if it had a little more meat, would go around like so. It wouldn't exceed the contours of the blaster. See that? And I think that would have been a much better design choice. Now, we've seen units from Drac where he's brought it up, you know, like so, which makes it so it hits here, which is good. That works too. But I really think if this were wider, it'd be better. So let's go inside and finish with our conclusion. I think this is a great blaster. I'm going to pick up some darts, and I'm glad I got this today before the sun went down, because if I didn't, there it is. Oh, should be also known, the people who delivered for Walmart landed this in the middle of my driveway. And it was just sitting, like they didn't go up to the door or anything. They just put it up in the driveway. My mom was sitting on the couch and saw this. And I was like, oh, wow, how half-assed can you get? So we walk back in. And she goes and grabs it and says, yeah, make sure to make Walmart know when you give them, if they give you a survey that, you know, their quality control, their shipping is terrible. Because they landed in the middle of the driveway. Anybody could have just picked it up and there it is, you know. They didn't even go up to the front door. And the front door is a good 50 feet away. But it's obscured from my window. It's obscured from any other window except the one she just happened to be sitting on. So we almost didn't get this baby. So I want to thank my mom for having a good eye out and seeing it. And I want to thank, again, James Price from FFW for sending this to me, because I have really been in a rut and I really could use it. So at any rate, let's go inside, do our conclusion. So yeah, it's a pretty good pistol, but I'm thinking this, okay? Under my arm is so holster. Man, that'd be a pretty big holster. The Mark IIs are almost much better for holstering. This is much better for a primary type pistol kind of deal. I like the fact that the mags are going to be publicly available. That's cool. A lot easier to get than the katanas or even the towns that you have to order from Worker. If these are on the shelf, even if they're 12 round, they're going to be popular. And even also what would be popular is if the Dart Zone 15 rounders were available. from Dart Zone. Now, of course, we know Dart Zone is Veggie Force. The Veggie Force is just pretty much Walmart version of Dart Zone. My first thoughts are this barrel's really short, and for anything I'm going to throw real power into it, it's going to need a longer barrel. However, out of the box, it's not bad. I was worried about the sight picture, but my sight picture is actually pretty good. I wish these blades were a little thinner, but that's nothing a little fiberglass or tape can't fix. It's fixing my rear blades. Okay? And then, of course, I don't like this loose prime. I just don't. And it just seems like it needs so much action just to pull it back. Well, anyway, those are my first thoughts on this so far. I'm going to see what I can do with it and see if I can make it really, really crazy. Alright, so until later, this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing or I'll freaking find you. That's not as threatening as this, is it? It just isn't as threatening. One will leave you a major welt and one will tag you.